There we go. And we're back at it. It's another day. Hopefully another dollar. But we'll see. I hope you like my Marvel mug. Got it with the Black Panther movie. So top shipping had a good day yesterday. Sold off into the close, but had a really good day yesterday. Held most of its gains. It's up again today. It was over $4 yesterday. Maybe we can see that again later. We'll see. It was up over 100% intraday yesterday. Afternoon, Albania. Afternoon, Alistair. Good afternoon, YouTube. So, everybody, welcome to Day Trade with Tony, where we're all about day trading the stock market, that is. Just the caveat there is that we're not day trading crypto, we're not day trading, well, good morning to you in Tucson, Arizona. We're not day trading crypto, we will talk about it, we will discuss it. We're not day trading Forex. We probably won't talk much about that. For me, Forex is a mugs game. If you don't agree with me, find a different channel. We're not going to be day trading options or futures or commodities. It's stocks and shares. I'm happy to talk about other instruments to trade. And give you my opinion on them, but we're not trading them. So if you're looking for me to watch me trading any of those instruments, you're going to be sadly disappointed. So I'm only trading stocks and shares. Where is Amazon this morning? Hey, Dave. Where is Amazon? That's a good question. Isn't it in South America where it's always been? Brazil, I think. All right, okay, so Amazon, after a huge rally yesterday, is up at $96. So that was a whole $5 move. Almost. Well, it was a $5 move. At one stage, it's pulled back some, so it's 96.20 right now. Let's have a look at this on the 15-minute. You'll see what I'm talking about. After Powell started speaking after lunch yesterday, the stock market rallied, and along with the stock market, a lot of the S&P500 stocks that tend to follow the market direction rallied as well. Amazon being one of them. So it moved up from just under $92 to, after hours, almost $97. So huge rally on Amazon yesterday. It's held most of its gains. The markets are looking quite bullish. If you look at this, this is the S&P500. So this is the market. It's a good indicator of market sentiment, the SPY. So you can see it's pretty much the same chart. It's just gone green on the day. We just had that 8 o'clock scrummage, the algorithmic trading, but it's just gone green on the day. So it's looking bullish again. We're looking like we're getting a continuation. And my anticipation is that we'll get a continuation of yesterday's rally into the weekend. And whilst there was a slight gap down overnight, the market seems to have gobbled that up, and we're green on the day again. So we're already 11 basis points up on the SPY. If you're wondering what that is, it's 0.11% or 0.1100%. I need to turn Bloomberg off. It's in the background and it's distracting me. I'll turn that off. Well, Poland went through yesterday. Okay, Poland actually went through. Argentina and Poland went through from the group because Mexico had an inferior goal difference. So on that group, Poland went through. Germany needs a big day today. It needs a very big day today. Germany, and they're currently propping up the table of the group, and they need to win comfortably today to be sure of going through. And even then, they still need other results to go their way. Yeah, well, at one stage, as Argentina-Poland finished, Poland were going through on the basis of better disciplinary record, less yellow cards, which I thought was absolutely madness. And then in the dying stages, Mexico conceded, which meant it goes through to goal difference. Masgaster, I'll have a look at Blue Apron for you, but that doesn't sound too great for me. Hearing that, hoping for big moves today. Sounds like you're holding bags down at 104, and you're holding bags up at $4 or something. In which case, I'm sorry, buddy, but this ain't going to $4. If you're holding bags, Masgaster, whatever. If you're holding bags, this is just not. There's no intraday. If I'm not holding bags on this, I'm not interested in it. If you're holding bags on it, then it's not looking very favourable for you, I'm afraid. This is not, without a meaningful catalyst to drive the price up and pump the price. Blue Apron doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, we've got a $10 range over the last week. It's 10-cent range, not even $10 would be nice. A 10-cent range over the last week. So this isn't going anywhere anytime soon. It needs some kind of reasonable catalyst to pump this stock. Otherwise, you're holding bags. I don't know how deep you're underwater. Personally, stocks of this ilk, you do not hold them. You get in, you get out. You do not hold them more. These are not swing stocks. You don't swing trade penny stocks. It's just a bad idea. That I'm not. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Masgaster, but that tying up your equity in these penny stocks longer term, like holding it for days or weeks, is just a bad idea. You're asking for trouble, because most of these penny stock companies, the penny stock for a reason, they're garbage companies, and you're reliant on you're living on hopium. You're trading on hopium because you're hoping that somewhere along the line there'll be a news catalyst that'll pump the stock. What you're actually hoping is that somewhere along the line there's not a news catalyst that crashes it even further, which is a very realistic potential. You make sure you didn't have any fat coaches. To be fair, most of these goalkeepers are units, so they probably wouldn't have any problem doing that. So that's Blue Apron. Tops had a good day yesterday, top shipping. So I'm looking for potential continuation, but I want this over 350. Top shipping over 350 is very interesting to me. The Chinese stocks all gapped down overnight. NEO was looking very bullish, testing that red-green line. They gapped down quite heavy overnight, most of these Chinese stocks. Li Auto, that's now up at the 200 EMA. Not quite as bullish as NEO. Alibaba, probably not something. There's no A on that. Alibaba No, this is just sideways, really. Look at it on a higher time frame. Just sideways. So the Chinese stocks, they're looking for, some of them are looking for a bounce, and maybe they'll get it, but right now it's not appetizing for me. There's no, quite frankly, there's nothing appetizing for me. Top shipping is probably the best one for my appetite, but even that's not great. Okta had good earnings, but not great volume to date. Relatively speaking, the volume's very poor. It's like 5% of the daily average. Got nothing on good relative volume at the moment. Tops. Yeah, that's where we are. Raw Medical, maybe. It's now it's over $3 now. So it's over it's above my floor, so it's at a level that I could be interested in trading this now. Want to pull? Don't just chase this. Wait for a pullback. That was a nice 25-cent move there. If you could have got that. A little bit premature to the button, but thought we're going to get the breakout then. It's okay. Still might. Looking for the break of 330 now. Morning, Steve. Raw Medical. It's already up. It's already got good relative volume. Normally does about 700,000. It's now 1.3 million shares in terms of, and it does have a catalyst as well. I actually called this one out on the Discord about an hour ago. So it's got a news release. It's not a huge float either, so it's just over 2 million in the float. So it's certainly worth watching. When I called it out in the Discord, I called it out and I was saying, look, it needs more volume, but it's certainly worth a watch. Now it's getting more volume, relatively speaking. It looks like it could be interesting. What's the high of this candle? 25. Break of higher day would have been nice. Back a little bit in. Put the rest in. That's 400. Good start. Get green, stay green. I'm now green. Now the challenge is to stay green. Let's see if we can get over $40 here. At 40 cents. 340. Let's see if we can get 340. Got a little bit of volatility. This the ATR has increased now up to 9 cents on the ATR. What are we looking for? 340 ideally, but we'll get out if it breaks 325 because that's the low of the previous candle, 325. So we get out and it pretty much what we're risking what we've already made. So that's the cushion that we're playing with. Is the $400. That's what we're risking. Maybe a little bit more than that because it's 9 cents we're risking, not 8. On here is 31. Couple of dojis. Well, that moved up without the price. Moved up on the chart, but the price didn't go. It didn't go with it. Those are what I call the devil horns. Still holding. Obviously, my risk has increased because I've increased my size, but the exit point remains the same. It's a $0.25, looking for a bounce on the $0.25 and the 9 EMA. It breaks either of them. That's our cue to get out. It probably will because the devil horns are there, and that's usually that reversal indicator that I don't like. $40 psychological. There we go, we'll get it. Broke below it, so get it. Not a problem. But I like the move. So we got the move up. This pullback entered, got more increase in size for the break. There's a nice little pullback there. Took some profits, then got back in for the break of highs here. It did pull back. That doji, first horn, second doji, next warning for reversal. Then you've got the devil horns. So that's always the warning. You see, basically it says like, pull back due. You've got the exit indicators there. It's key signals. So now we wait for the higher time frames. Higher time frame tells me 338. And please nobody start talking about Mullen Automotive. It's just because it's broken. It's breaking highs at 20 cents plus change. It's a garbage company. Well, I don't know who Alex is. Do you even know the name of the channel? BK Gapper? So who's Alex? Alex? Who is Alex? I know it's Alex before you come after me. Smoky. So welcome to December, guys. Are you getting a Christmas feeling yet? Festivities? I've not even put any Christmas lights up. Ah, good man, Alistair. Good man. You're doing better than me. If you can get 50 cents a day, if you can get 10 cents a day, you can actually make a very comfortable living. Or you can be greedy like me and just hold it a little bit too long. No problem. So I've been profitable for about 2.5 years. Consistently profitable-ish. Give or take. I'm using DAS Trader, so DAS, so Direct Access Software is what the acronym stands for. So DAS Trader Pro is the platform. Yeah, well, I can, or you can ask the chat to point you in the direction of any other any of my information. So I've got YouTube, I've got Twitch. They're currently streaming live right now. But if you go into my profile and you check out my link tree, it's got links to all of my other platforms there. Super Daddy-O, Super Duper Daddy-O. All my platforms are in my link tree. Also, the course that I use to mentor and teach people how to trade, the scanners and the platform that I use for searching and finding stocks to trade on a daily basis. All of that's in my link tree. But if you stick around, you'll get to see quite a bit, and you'll get to know quite a bit. I do like the humble. She although I wasn't too sure about one of her other videos. She did a video recently where she was trying to talk about the market in the form of pole dancing. I'm like, that doesn't quite work. So that was a little bit out there. All right, now 330 again. We're finding that this is a key level. So I'm just going to mark it for those that are wondering. Key level. sell or buy gold? Well, it depends on your girlfriend and who you're buying it for. If you're buying an engagement ring, then rose gold's actually quite pretty. But you know, if you're buying your girlfriend an engagement ring, then why not buy gold? If you're asking about the price of gold, this isn't we're not a commodities channel. Have a look at that for you in a moment. But I don't give stock picks, I don't give signals, I don't give alerts. This is more of a community to help people learn how to trade. So for beginner traders, okay. Everybody's wanting to a free ride, and it kind of annoys me. I get it, you know, we're all lazy. I kind of get it. They're going on channels, they're asking for signals. What should I buy? What should I not buy? Learn how to trade. That's my answer. Learn how to select your own setups. Learn how to read the charts. If you're going for signals and stock picks, or you pay for a service that gives you signals and stock picks, you're going to lose money. Quite frankly, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose money. So learn what to do. Learn how to trade. Learn how to find your own stocks to trade. Learn how to find your own commodities. Learn how to find your own cryptos. Whatever it is that you have a passion for trading. Learn how to do it. Don't rely on somebody else. Because what happens? Okay, I've got this channel right now, and let's just say at the end of the year, I've hit my goal. I've got $1 million in the gold, a couple of million after over 2 years or whatever. And I decided, okay, I'm just going to move somewhere a little less expensive, and I'm not going to trade anymore. I'm not going to do any more social media. Close the channel down. What are you going to do? Do you going to start looking for a new person, a new channel to sponge off? Or do you actually get off your backside and learn how to trade for yourself? Be the master of your own domain. Absolutely learn it. If you can't, it's great entertainment to come on a channel like this and see someone else that knows what they're doing. I'm not saying I know what I'm doing. I'm just a fat bloke on the internet. What do I know? But to watch somebody else doing it is interesting. It's decent entertainment. If all you're coming on the channel for is entertainment, then fine. That's no problem. You're welcome. You know, stick around. Who knows? I might have a big loss today. That's always very entertaining. But learn how to trade. If you're coming on to learn how to trade, then if you're wanting to find stocks to trade, if you've got your little Revolut or your little, you know, eToro or whatever mobile app on your phone, you're thinking, I'll wait for him to take a trade and then I'll get on the same thing, you're going to lose money. You need to learn how to read the markets. You need to learn how to what tools to use. I tell everybody every single day what tools I use to find the stocks in terms of scanners and alerts and signals, what tools I use to trade with in terms of the platform and the brokerages, what tools I use to journal my trading. I tell everybody every single day, I'm completely transparent. Or I'll ask Dave if I'm transparent or translucent. Apparently somebody thinks I'm translucent. Yeah, so I'm transparent and maybe translucent about everything. And what you've also got to get used to is the fact that you're going to lose money. There's not a single trader out there that doesn't lose money. And sometimes you can lose a lot of money. And Alistair will tell you that one. You have a big loss. It can really impact your confidence as a trader. It's how you bounce back from that. You're going to have losses, and you've got to recognize that is going to be the case. But if you learn how to trade, part of the psychology of trading is exactly that. How do you regroup after a big loss? How do you control the emotions? Exactly. What if that person stops posting, or stops trading altogether, or stops, for whatever reason? If that source of material, that source of information dries up, then you're kind of stuck if you've not learnt it for yourself. And continue to read, continue to train your brain, continue to learn. Don't stop, don't rest on your laurels just because you find a system that's profitable for you. I'm not saying change it, double down on it, but learn more, learn why it's profitable, learn how you can improve on that system and add to it, add strings to your bow, consistently keep adding to your knowledge. And then if you learn how to do day trading, I would say the easiest one to learn is probably swing trading. But then if you learn how to day trade, what are you going to do with your process? What are you going to do with your gains when you start getting profitable? You want to invest that. So then you need to start learning about value investing, about economic moats, and what to look for in a balance sheet, and et cetera, dividends, and what that means for a company, etc. So it's all very relevant. I'm going to put this to the wicks. Yeah, you can't rely on somebody else to where your money goes. You may as well just give it to somebody. If you're not prepared to invest in yourself and learn and learn how to trade, why not just give your money to somebody that's actually trading? Give it to an investment company, not some guy with a WhatsApp or a Telegram channel. Give it to an actual certified, reputable investment company. They're not going to make you gains. They're not going to give you more gains than the market's giving you, but I'll just stick it in a market index linked ETF or something. But yeah. Oh, thanks, Jared. Can I share what I did the moment I turned it around? Yes, I can share what I did. I learned how to trade. Gapper. I'm not being facetious, but after trying, I tried futures, trading the indices. I tried forex, mugs game. I tried crypto again. Made some money with crypto actually, but I couldn't get my head around it. So I preferred crypto long term, but I did make quite a bit of money with crypto. In fact, that probably funded and kept me going on the day trading. Swing trading, learned how to swing trade, but what really turned it around for me was just sitting down and studying, learning a strategy, immersing myself in that strategy, and practicing. I spent, whilst I was in between blowing up accounts, practicing in a simulator as well. So every time I blew up an account, I blew up my account 3 times before I started getting consistent on the gains. So every time I blew up my account, I wasn't like I'd get in, blow up my account the same day. Over the course of a few weeks, and then end up blowing up my account. So in between blowing up my account, I would then have to wire more money to the broker, and that was because I was using Bank of Ireland at the time. It would take anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks. So in that 2 to 3 weeks, I was practicing a simulator, and I was winning, I was losing, I was kind of mixed results, but that's essentially what helped me turn it around. Is taking the time to actually study, learn a strategy, exercise discipline and risk management. So the S&P 500 is up at 409. It's had a really good start to the day at the moment. It gapped down slightly from the big rally yesterday, but it's looking very bullish at the moment, and I'm expecting a continued bullish momentum into the weekend. That's my thoughts on the S&P 500. I expect. No, I've not tried the scanner Zendu. I've no need for the scanner Zendu because I'm happy with Benzinga. Cheers, Pat. Yeah, Maskgaster. Blue Apron. It's not so much that Blue Apron isn't a buy when it's moving, and it moved well a few weeks ago. You ride them, you get in, ride the momentum, get out. You don't hold up. The problem that a lot of people do, and you just saw me do it there, is you get profitable, and then you're looking for more than you've actually that it's going to give you. So once you got profitable, take your profits. Don't hold on to it thinking it's going to give you more, because inevitably it's just going to reverse. So take your profits while you can. Any country other than Ireland, Pat. We really get screwed here in Ireland for taxes. We get nothing for it. So I'm thinking somewhere in the Mediterranean, possibly, or maybe Southeast Asia. I like it over there. Now, I'm not going to the Emirates. Dubai doesn't appeal to me. A weekend in Dubai is enough. En route to somewhere else. I just know Qatar, Dubai, anywhere in the Middle East just does not appeal to me at all. Caribbean, possibly. Got plenty of time. No, absolutely. Nobody goes broke taking profits. Nobody goes broke taking profits. So even if you think it's going to motor, take some profits. You can always get out. You can always add back. You can always don't get greed. Greed is the biggest enemy of profitability. Trust me. Just this week, I've been testament to that fact. Just this week, on Monday, I think it was, I got over goal. I got green. Got over goal, I was over $5,000 in profit, and I went in for more and ended up like 17,000 in down or something. Finished the day 7,000 down or whatever it was. So from not just a green profitable position, a profitable position over goal, and I end up giving it all back. That's what greed does. So that's another skill you've got to master. It's maintaining discipline, being disciplined enough, and maintaining discipline enough to not to succumb to FOMO, not to succumb to greed. Just have your trading plan in place and stick to it. Get green, stay green. Get to goal, get out. Have a try using trade ideas. Yeah, I took a trial of trade ideas a while back. I was comparing it with Benzinga. For the price, I prefer Benzinga much. Benzinga's not as expensive, and you pretty much get everything you can with trade ideas. So trade ideas is good. Don't get me wrong. It is quite good. It's just I prefer Benzinga. If I saw Sam Bankman-Fried in the Bahamas, I'd probably slap him. The guy's a clown. He's an entitled clown. Crook. An absolute crook. It depends what part. I mean, if you go to the Mediterranean, if you go to Cyprus, for example, Trading taxes on trading income is virtually negligible. If anything, it's seen as a tax haven. Cyprus, yeah. Cyprus is possible. I enjoyed my time in Cyprus. I went as a tourist there a few years ago, about 20 years ago actually. Now thinking about it, oh, time flies. I went to Cyprus and we were looking at one of the ancient like Colosseum ruins in Cyprus, the Greek ruins. And there was a Scouse girl, a girl from Liverpool. If you're not from the UK, a Scouse girl is a girl that comes from the city of Liverpool. And she's got, they have this accent. Being a Liverpool supporter, I can do the accent and not be vilified. But we had the tour guide telling us about this Colosseum, and it's all ruins and stuff. And she's behind us, and it just made me almost ashamed to be British. It was one of those moments. Giving us the story of this particular Colosseum and these particular ruins, and she just, to a boyfriend who she was with, and she's typical like fake tan and too much makeup kind of girl, and she's like, don't fucking get it, it's just a fucking pile of stones. I'm like, I'm not with her, I don't know her, please don't associate me. Of course it's a pile of stones, it's ruins. But that lack of culture and that lack of education. That's my Cyprus story. Well, I did live in Wigan long enough. It's close enough to St Helens, which is like Scouse light. I was expecting to break the $half on this pump, but we didn't quite get there. So first candle breaks a low. That's our exit. Oh, here we go. $half incoming, maybe. Oh, just tapping that high. 46. Looking for the $half. Come on, $half. When you're ready, $half. Got 47 so far. No, 46. 46 is still the high of day. I'm just holding this, looking for the, oh well, looking for the break of the $half, 350. You know what? I don't think it's going to do it. Let's see. The low of this candle is 43, so if it goes to 42, I'm just going to get out. I mean, surely you knew what the word ruin means before you get on the bus tour. I mean, you pay for, I mean, it's a multi-site kind of tourist excursion, but you must look at the program on the excursion and you must realize what you're going to see when it says Roman ruins. I mean, the word ruins is a bit of an indicator as to what you're actually going to look at, you know? That's nice if you're at Penn State. 290, lovely. You're happy all the way to the bank. Right now you've got 220 is a key level for, if you're still in it there, Penn State, 220 is a key level of support. If it breaks that, then I'll be a little bit more concerned. But our Ra Medical is the company. There's not a lot else moving right now. So Ra Medical has a decent catalyst as well. We've got some of the bigger companies that, you know, mid and large caps. So Amazon's making moves up. Green on the day now. It's kind of following the market. S&P 500's up there. Had a bit of a pump here. So be wary of this. There's an M pattern here. So this, if it breaks below 409, it could come right back down, break the VWAP. Just be wary of this. This is what's known as a double top, and typically it breaks downwards. And I would say you've got a good 60 cent, maybe 80 cent fall if it does break 409. So the trigger level is the inverse is the W pattern, which is a double bottom. The trigger is when it breaks the middle of the M or the W, and then it usually completes. So just be wary of that on the SPY, and you'll find that it's the same on Amazon, probably. Amazon. Well, actually, that's not too bad. That's not so much an M pattern, because we've got higher lows, higher highs. This is more of an upwards channel. Well, Ramed was had a really good day yesterday. So I'm assuming, and Penn State will probably verify if this is the case. If you look at this overnight, let's look at it on the 15. Had a really good day yesterday. So if you're getting into the close, if you've got in early, you know, if you get into the close, you might be thinking, okay, I'll just take some off, or I'll take profits and I'll just hold a position overnight and hope for the best. That's not Ahmed. That's so as this is moving up here, so you might get in there into the close and you think, okay, I'll hold it overnight and swing trade it. If you're into swing trading, you might have looked at the catalysts as well and thought that it was worth a punt. But I'm sure Penn State will tell you his reasons for doing it. I wouldn't have held this overnight, but that's just me. I'm not. I don't tend these low value, high volatile stocks. I don't like to swing these overnight, or certainly not over a weekend. I prefer just to ride the momentum during the day. What time can you start buying options? 9:30 market time. So that'll be 2:30 here in Ireland or the UK. But options is you can only trade options during the regular hour session. Yes, absolutely, Pat. You can see short, so you can see the short percentages on Benzinga. Right now, short float on Ra Medical is less than 2%. 40,000 shares short. So it's not the problem with that though is it's not real time. It's just that's the start of each day. It gives you the what the short float is based on the previous close. So that's not real time. Doesn't seem to be real time, at least anyway. You're never going to get an accurate number on the short numbers anyway, because a lot of brokerages don't report it until the end of the day. So if you borrow shares, they will report it at the end of the day, because you might not trade them. You borrow the shares, but you won't trade them. How do you put a stop loss on options? Your options chain, it depends on which platform you're using. So same as how do you put a stop loss on equities? How do you put a stop loss on anything? It depends on the platform that you're using, but you should be able to put a stop order in, which is essentially, it's just a market order that gets you out at a particular level. So you should be able to see it on your trading panel. So depending on whether it's a montage like on Dash Trader or Sterling Trader or whatever, or whether it's an options you're actually just using the options chain on a web GUI. So you should, on whatever your trading panel is, you should be able to select a stop loss on your options. Well, we didn't quite make up the full amount, but we'll see. Just drawing this ascending support, doesn't seem to be adhering to it at the moment. It's broke below it, so I'm kind of a little bit nervous to get back in. There's not a lot moving. S&P 500. So going back to what I was saying, I'm not saying I'm the best trader out there or anything like top 3. Sure, I'll take that. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I was talking about the S&P 500 earlier, and it was up here. I said, look, if it breaks below 409, because we've got the M pattern, which is the double top. If it breaks below 409, it's going to sell off. You're going to get the reversal, right? And you probably get 60 cents. Maybe 80 cents at a push. So it broke below 409 and it went all the way down to the low of 408.37, so 63 cents. So it bounced on the VWAP here. So I'm not saying I'm the best trader out there, just top 3, you know. You can actually, I'm not sure about Robinhood, but in a lot of platforms, if you've got, certainly in Dash, you can set the script so you can actually take the order and trigger a stop loss order at the same time if you want to, which I've got a couple of buttons that do that for me. No problem, Don. You know, it's I'm not paying you, so it's not like I'm going to dock your wages for being late. This isn't a classroom. Although you might be learning things, but it's not a classroom. You don't have to arrive here on time. Just get here when you can, buddy. I do actually, Pat, funnily enough, certain aspects of the 9 to 5, which is why I actually started this channel in the first place, is that I got to a point where I was trading, and it's a lonely job if you're just trading on your own. And you're in the house, and with the whole lockdown situation for, what, 18 months or whatever it was, nearly 2 years, going stir crazy. So at the beginning of this year, I started this channel, and it was really more for company while I'm trading, just a bit of, you know, a bit of camaraderie while I'm trading, because just sitting in the house, just me and the dog, whilst I'm trading, it just gets tedious. So that's why I started the channel. I missed the water cooler moments, the gossip, the camaraderie, the, you know, the whole thing about teamwork and what have you. That's what I missed from the 9 to 5. The social aspect, yeah, that's probably the best way of putting it, Pat. The social aspect. Office talent, not so much. I worked in the tech industry, and the majority of places I looked, the office talent wasn't. That's probably a misnomer. But there you go. And being in a high position, I was not exactly in a position that I could make avail of it anyway, because I'd be up on a charge in front of HR as soon as it ended. Well, the stream came before the course, Pat. The course came as a result of the stream. People asked me to teach them. So as long as the stream's going, people are going to ask me to teach them. So as long as the stream's going, I'll just point them in the direction of the course. So it was back in February this year, people asking, I had about 3 different people asking me to teach them. I agreed to, and then when it got to like 4, it was like, hang on a minute, it's just too much. I can't. So that's when I put the course together, and because my time's precious to me, you know, it's like people started giving me grief because I wouldn't teach them for free, and I'm like, well, if you don't value my time, then I'm not going to value yours. So I'm virtually giving away the course for next to nothing. But if you're not prepared to invest in yourself, then you're probably not the type of person I want to mentor. Simple. Yeah, absolutely, Sammy. Absolutely. Just check out the links in the profile. I've got a link tree in my profile, and you just go and click on that, and there's a course there that gets you access to the Day Trade with Tony Discord as well. So you get the full educational content. There's over 20 hours of lecture material in there, and then some, a bonus swing trading course, a lot of reading material. Alibaba selling off. Ahmed's looks like it's bouncing at that $250 level. I did call that out. It's a key level. 320, 325 looks like it bounced up at the $250 level here. 320 is really the confirmed level, but I wouldn't say it's near the Earth's core. It's the VIX is currently it's over 20, 2047 right now. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Alan. Yeah, so jump on the course. It's, as I say, it's next to it depends what you're trading, buddy. So every day is a call day, Frank. It just depends on what you're trading. So if you're trading a particular stock, or if you're trading a particular index or ETF or whatever it is, then you can usually find something to take calls on. Likewise, you can find something to buy options, to buy puts on. So it depends. If you're talking about the market itself, then I would say yes, today's a call day. That's not financial advice. That's just my opinion. I'm just a fat bloke on the internet. I think we're going to have another bullish day. I think the markets, my opinion is that the markets will be bullish into the weekend, based on what happened when we had the CPI data drop last month, and what happened when the interest rates dropped last month. All of that, based on what was said yesterday by Powell, I think we're going to get a continuation of bullish momentum into the weekend. Might not do. I'm just a fat guy on the internet. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But this is my channel for me to voice my opinion. There you go. No, absolutely, Don. So this is the point that I'm making. Is I mean, I've had people ask you, "Can I give you some money for you to trade for me?" I'm like, well, why would you want that? Why would you want me to trade for you? Why would you? It's the old adage of give a man a fish and he'll eat today. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Same thing applies here. If you want a fish, fine, go to the fish store. Buy some signals, sign up to one of these signals and alerts. One of them might get lucky for you, but the guarantee is that you'll lose money. I guarantee it. You sign up to any of these alert channels on WhatsApp or what's the other one, Telegram or whatever, or even Discord as well. These alert channels that you have to pay for signals and alerts. You might get lucky, and your first one might be a win, and you're thinking, great, I'm in profit. And it might keep you in profit for a month or so because of that one trip. But I guarantee you'll lose money. How do I feel about the Chinese stocks? Well, I always put stock in my, when I'm cooking Chinese, I always put chicken stock in mine. Unless it's fish stock. It depends on what I'm having in the meal. So Chinese fish stocks, like fish sauce, is really nice. It's very pungent and powerful. You don't want to smell it straight out of the packet because that's horrible. So no, Frank, obviously I'm being facetious. Chinese stocks today are looking a little bit bearish. They had a really good day, a couple of good days, in fact, where they gapped up and very bullish based on the potential loosening of COVID restrictions in China. Today, they seem to, that catalyst seems to have calmed down. So if you look at some of those Chinese stocks, so we'll look at Li Autos, for example, is a good one. If you look at this on the 5-minute, you can see on the 5-minute here that it gapped down and then it's kind of sideways. We look at Alibaba, same kind of thing. These are all the Chinese stocks. They're all exhibiting similar kind of Bilibili. They're all exhibiting similar kind of momentum. Gap down, it's sideways right now. NIO seemed to be the one with a little bit more volatility, but NIO tends to move not just with the Chinese stocks, but also it takes a little bit of input from the likes of Tesla and the EV sector as well. So if you look at Tesla, for example, Tesla's moved up. NIO likes to follow Tesla. So the Chinese stocks are a mixed bag. They're looking a little bit bearish at the moment, but that's not to say that they couldn't become good later. The whole news of China loosening COVID restrictions is very bullish. Do I think Tesla will keep going up after the market open? Tesla is, for me, Tesla's not going up. Okay, so let's just look at Tesla right now, and you'll say, okay, Tesla's going up. Well, it is, but it's not. It's actually following the market. It's moving up now with the S&P. The S&P's is quite bullish right now. If you look at this on the 15-minute, you'll see this move up here, gap down, and then move up. And if you look at the S&P500, actually the Nasdaq's probably a better one for Tesla to follow. Very similar movement. So it's actually following the market right now. So if the market continues to be bullish, and I think it will, then Tesla will continue to be bullish, and I think it will. My opinion, not financial advice. If you lose money, don't sue me. So we got out to Ahmed at the right time. Pretty much couldn't have got out much. We could have got out up here, I guess, but really we got out at the right time here. And it's just selling off since. So let's have a look. What else is moving? Nothing. And that there is the dog snoring. If you're wondering what that noise is. Hey Albania. Crazy Lou. Is it usually cold the first day of the month? It depends. It's not really seasonal in that, you know, last day of the month and then completely different momentum the first day of the month, J-Spec. What I've found is if you've got bullish momentum at the end of the month, it usually continues into the new month. If you've got bearish momentum, it usually continues. It's just like a particular, where that may change, where that can change is on a Friday. If the last trading day of the month is a Friday and it's a new month on the Monday, the market sentiment might change over the weekend. It doesn't usually change overnight in that fashion unless there's a catalyst that does that. So, for example, Jerome Powell yesterday made this statement about relaxing the interest rate hikes going into December. So I think that's a very bullish statement, and the market's clearly reacted that way, and we'll probably see a little bit of bullish momentum, certainly into the weekend. Now, what happens over the weekend, there are a lot of things can happen over the weekend that can impact the market ready for the open on Monday. So, which is why I'm always reluctant to hold trades over a weekend. When I'm talking about swing trading, I usually open a swing trade on a Monday or a Tuesday, and I usually close it on Friday. If I'm swing trading, I very rarely hold over a weekend. There's just too much exposure there to the unknown for me. Yeah, I'll go back to what I say. The snow's what makes candles go green. It absolutely is. I'll go back to what I've said earlier there on that, Alistair, is that Mullen Autos just keeps having a good day today, does not make it a good company. It's still not a profitable company. It's still losing money hand over fist. It's a Reddit darling for whatever reason. But for me, the best thing that could happen to Mullen Automotive is that it either does a stock split on the market so that it can actually be traded properly, or it gets acquired by one of the big boys, because it's not making any money. I can play a lot of different instruments there, Don. So when I was a child, I learned how to play. I was in a brass band, umpapa and all that kind of stuff. Learned to play the trumpet. Then was in a jazz band as a teenager. So I can play any brass instrument or horn. So if you're talking jazz and stuff, I can play most horns, with the exception of I can play the trombone, just not very good at it. But any other brass instrument I can play that. I can tinkle on the piano a little bit, and I can play, and obviously I've got a guitar as well. So yes, I can play music. Okay, Alan, you get your crystal ball out, buddy. I love the Bears. So the Bears yesterday were beside themselves. You had the Bears yesterday when it started to rally. They were all like, "Well, you know, it's this bounce won't last. It's just a bounce. It's just a bounce. It won't last." And then it kept going higher yesterday. The S&P, the SPY, for example, kept going higher. It's not going to last. It's just a bounce. It's just a bullish bounce. No, it's going to. It's watch it. It's going to reverse. It's going to reverse. And then when it didn't reverse and continued, this is market manipulation. The Fed's manipulating the market, and I'm like, all right, I get it. You're bearish on the market. You're short biased, and I totally get it. But markets go both ways. In the long term, they only go in one way. They only go up. So you can be bearish and you can be looking for a stock market crash all you want, but it's only going to happen if it's going to happen. Simple. Ride the momentum while it's whichever way it's going. If it's trending up, ride it up. If it's trending down, ride it down. The trend is your friend. Okay, Farron. We've not had a lot to trade this morning so far, but we've got 20 minutes before the market opens, so we'll see. We're not far off break even, so it's not a bad start. I'll check GSAT for you. GSAT 192, but no one's trading it. So they've had 13,000 shares exchanged hands today. 67 trades. So 67 trades. Yeah, 67 trades. That's it. So the GSAT's not doing anything at 192 right now. In fact, GSAT's not done anything for a couple of weeks. It's just been sideways. Start of last month, it had a little pop, went up over like 230s. But for the main, it's just been hovering around the kind of $1.80 to $2 for the last month. So GSAT not really doing anything. It's very sideways. If you've got money in GSAT, good luck to you. If I had money in GSAT, I'd be taking it out because that equity could be making me money somewhere else. I just can't see how anyone's making money on GSAT right now. There's just not enough volatility, not enough volume, and it's very sideways choppy. Just my opinion, though. Don't take your money out, and if you lose it, then blame me. Totally agree with you, Alistair. As a stock, I'll take a look, and I don't like taking this is, like I say, it's a Reddit darling. People they go on to Wall Street Bets on Reddit and they start seeing about these stocks that are often being talked about. GameStop and AMC, I totally get that, and I understand that around that. I mean, that ship sailed in terms of the whole short squeeze and the short interest and everything. But the whole movement around exposing the corruption on Wall Street, get it, brought it out into the mainstream, fair enough. But when you get a Reddit darling like Mullen Automotive, for me, I just don't understand what the fascination is with it. It's not going anywhere. It's for me, people are holding it long term. It's not a long term investment. Look at it long term. Let's look at it on the daily. Look at it long term. It's just selling and continuing to sell. It's just a terrible buy. This is what's known as a dead cat bounce, you know, and it's dying even further. So if you're holding this is a terrible company to invest in. It's not making. If you look at the balance sheet, it's not making any money. It's not delivering any product. It's not making any money. It's probably will go out of business. Not saying it will, I'm saying it probably will. That's Mullen Automotive. I mean, it's you instead of putting your equity into a position and holding it with Mullen Automotive, you're better off putting it into something else. Just put it in an index-linked ETF, put it into the SPY. You'll get more money on it. Simple. Or you could trade it properly, learn how to trade, take your money, spend 150 quid on day trade with Tony, or 120 quid plus tax, or whatever it is. Learn how to trade, and you can take that equity and you can actually trade it intraday every day and make a lot more money than sitting around waiting for Mullen Automotive to go back to its highs of $4 or whatever it was. $3, $4, something like that. That's just me having a bit of a rant about Mullen Autos. Oh, you didn't. Not financial advice. You do you, boo boo. If you've got money in it and you're happy with it, you do you. Well, today is a very, very quiet morning. First of December. We're adamant that we're going to have a green day, so I just need $200 and then I can retire for the day. That's a joke, obviously. I want to get over gold today, but I'm not going to push it. I'll wait for the right setup. And that's where the money's made, is in the waiting, not in the trading. That's what the saying is. Money's made in the waiting. Right, okay, so this is interesting. I'm just looking at this on the 5 minute here. And just want to duplicate this. But swing lows. Look at that. First swing low here, second swing low, third swing low. So that's interesting. Who says technical analysis doesn't work? Of course, it is subjective. And by the way, if you're wondering why I've gone through this this wick down, it's because that's algorithmic trades, the 8 o'clock scrum, as I like to call it, where all the brokers and the market makers just clear the books, and you get this algorithmic spike up and down. So that's not actual price action. But for a quick eyeballing that trend line, that's interesting. And I would recommend any new traders, I recommend that you get used to plotting out trend lines, plotting out resistance and support on your charts. You can always delete it later if it's getting in the way, making your charts look messy. But the areas that you're interested in, it's always good. And don't just do it on the time frame that you're looking at. So I've got 5 different time frames open right now in front of me on Ra Medical. So I've got the 1, I've got the 5, I've got the 60, I've got the daily, and over here I've got a 2 minute. And I'm looking at on multiple time frames. So, but I tend to use this chart here to map out the lines and draw the lines, support, resistance, trend lines, etc. So if I see a pattern forming on the 2 minute, I'll nip across, I'll switch over to the 2 minute, and then I'll draw the line like I just did here on the 5 minute. I saw this on the 5 minute, Okay, interesting. I'll just draw the ascending support here and see how that's going. Then I switch it back to the 1 minute because I'm looking for confirmation on the higher time frame. Switch it back to the 1 minute. Not only have we got the confirmation on multiple points here on this trend line. Now it is subjective. It's not going to be to the penny. Where I draw the line is going to be different to where someone else draws the line. It is an area. But I mean, if you do it on TradingView, you can actually draw it as an area, as a parallel lines, as opposed to just one line if you want to. But yeah, technical analysis will, if you get into the habit of drawing your trend lines and drawing your support and resistance and all those kind of things, it will make you a better trader. Get him. The Ramed catalyst isn't great. It's a catalyst, and that's your opinion, and that's what's great about the market. What you think is a great catalyst, the market might not react to very well, and what you think is a weak catalyst, the market might actually go bananas over. And that's something that you just can't say whether it's a good or a bad catalyst. It really depends on how the market reacts to it. I've seen FDA fast track approvals on cancer treatment with 100% success rate, and the market, the stock actually sold off. It gapped up on the news and then sold off, which made absolutely no sense. And yet I've seen stocks rally and go absolutely parabolic and go 200-300% on an analyst upgrade rating. So it's not so much is the catalyst a great catalyst or not, it's how's the market reacting to it. How's the market perceiving that catalyst? Is it moving bullishly on or bearishly as a result of that catalyst? So is there a catalyst? When there's no catalyst, I'm always suspicious. And then you've got to look at the sector that it's in. Is it a stock catalyst, or are there other stocks that are moving in that sector? Is it a sector strength or sector weakness why it's moving? So there's a number of different things you want to look at. Any free program for charts that you can recommend to use for a beginner? Yes, it's called TradingView. If you go to tradingview.com, there's a link in the description. Actually, you're on Twitch, so you'll see a little address up there. It's the link tree, the TikTok trader. If you go to that web address, there's a link there for TradingView. It's a free tool. You can either use the web GUI or you can download it. They've got platforms for Android, iOS, Windows, whatever you like. So we've got apps for whatever platform you want to view it on, or you can just use a browser like Chrome or what's the latest one from Explorer or whatever it is, the latest one from Microsoft. Yeah, so tradingview.com, Frank. Right, absolutely. XPEV was a corny catalyst, but corny catalyst, but it popped. But it did pop in relation. Yeah, XPEV also had earnings and sector strength, those Chinese, the Chinese stock sector strength, and then we got the overall market. So XPEV popped on a number of different multiple catalysts. So there was a kind of a convergence or a confluence of catalysts for XPEV there, get or sleeping. Yeah, absolutely, Jared. So I don't switch the time frames as such. I look at multiple time frames. So I'm looking at the 1 minute. I'll also look at the higher time frames. The higher the time frame, the more reliable the pattern. So if I'm looking at a bearish pattern on the higher time frame, but a bullish pattern on the 1 minute time frame, then on the lower time frame, what I'll do is that will instill in me a little bit of caution, and maybe I'll take some size off, reduce my sizing, or look for a bearish signal or an exit indicator more vehemently on the lower time frame. But also, if I see a bearish signal on the lower time frame, and I see an exit indicator, I'm in a trade and see an exit indicator on the lower time frame, but I'm actually seeing a bullish indicator on the higher time frame, I might hold it a bit longer. So yeah, looking at multiple time frames for confirmation is what I recommend you do. Yeah. The top's breaking out big time. I'm missing it. So over $4, I'm interested. Rejected at 395 there. We've got 9 minutes, 8 minutes to just over 8 minutes to the opening bell. Good entry here would have been 375. The break of the $0.75 after that pullback, that would have been a really good entry if we'd seen it. Thing is, I actually had it on the 2 minute time frame on my watch list here, so. Bit of whole dollar resistance here, but I'm confident we'll get over it. So you got a seller wall for 3,000 shares there, a 3,000 share order there at $4. I wouldn't say it's a seller wall, but it's a reasonably larger seller. Top shipping, Nitro. Yeah, the dog snoring. This is a small float, so there's 3.5 million float stock, 10% short interest on it, and it had a really good day yesterday with the wider market, and it's looking for a continuation today. The overall market isn't being bullish right now, but I'm expecting, there we go, that's what I was waiting for. The top shipping, I'm getting a bit of a spread on this, is like, I'm waiting for the $0.50. Oh, sorry, I'm waiting for the, there we go. Just take a half the position off there. That gets me green on the day, and I've still got a little bit in here. I'm just conscious that if it pulls back to $4, I'll get out. If it breaks $4, I'll get out. But I'm just conscious that we're coming up to the bell, and if I'm holding this at the bell, we might get a sell-off, a dip, and then a rip, or we might just get a sell-off. The volatility on it, 14 cents ATR, 14.5. both there, Flip Jug. The answer is both. I was talking about I managed to get to kind of grade 6 music certificate, playing multiple different instruments, and I started learning the guitar to do exactly that. I've Over the years, I've had a bit of a musical background, amongst other things. So $4 is our stop level here. The whole dollar. I don't mind this pullback. It's just I don't really want to be holding this below $4 into the open. And get over the $0.75, I might add back to this position. Get over the $0.25. A little bit of resistance up there. I'm just going to lock that in. It's a good start. Back up into the green. Going to lock that in before we hit the bell. I'm going to be watching this for a potential gap and go. We've now got a gap and go. We've actually got a gap and go candidate now, which is this one. Like I said, a little bit of resistance at the $0.25, so that's now. I'm just going to drop a horizontal in there at the $0.25. $0.25 are very psychological levels in trading. Quarter, half, and whole dollars. And then as you get into a higher stocks, it becomes 5, 10, 25, 50, $100, that kind of thing. So the market likes round numbers, is what I'm saying. But quarter, half, and whole dollars are very important. What's the like count there, Alistair? Do we have 3,000 likes before the bell? So I do have a larger account. So people, I want to try and be realistic as possible. So I do have a larger account, which allows me to trade bigger size with some of the biggest price stocks. But me going in 5,000 shares on a $4 stock is, essentially 5,000 shares on a $4 stock is $20,000. So to have $20,000, you can do that on a $5,000 account with leverage. If you got 4, 5, or 6 times leverage, you could actually buy 5,000 shares of tops on a 5K account. So just putting that out there. I've not done yet. No, I've not withdrawn anything yet. What I do is I tend to send my withdrawal on a Friday. The way that the broker works, I've got to complete a form, send it across. So I usually do that Friday afternoon. On close of business Friday, they withdraw that out of my account straight away. Then they process it. So when I come back on Monday, it looks like it's been taken out of my account, but they're actually just processing. It takes about 3 or 4 working days to process, and then depending on the bank, it takes about a couple of days for clearing. So it's usually about a week to about 8 to 10 days from me requesting the withdrawal to actually receiving it. I'm over $1 million on the gross number, but I'm not on the net number. I've still got 85,000 to 85,000 to do. You're supposed to be asleep, by the way. So 85K still to achieve in December to hit that annual goal. Last month was 107,000. So it was a good month. There's the open. I'll change the scanners in just a second. Let's see, do we get the move up? Wow, moved up into a halt. No, it's not halted yet. I couldn't. I tried to get add to my position before it halted. It wouldn't take it. Okay, so it's halted up into a halt. That's a gap. That's a very typical gap and go. Nice one. And Miyako's got just as we're halted there, so I'll change. That gives me enough time to change the scanners over into the regular session. There we go, and there we go, Miyako. Let's give you your. Here you go. Stand up, stand up. Come on, Fatty, get up. Don't be so lazy. There you go. It's the first time you've cried because you thought it was too high. It wasn't too high, it was the same height it always does, you little buddy. Nice one, Alistair. Good stuff, we love that. So you've just been holding this the whole time there, Alistair. Happy days. How long is the halt? A typical volatility halt lasts for 5 minutes. If it's extremely volatile, it can go 10, 20, 30, even an hour. The longest I've seen is an hour. But very often 5 and 10 minutes is enough. So I'm expecting this to resume at 9:35 market time, so in 3 minutes. So we've got a little way to go. What I'll do is I'll put a quick trailing stop on this as soon as it resumes. What are we at? 450 entry. The 30 cent. Looks like we're going to gap up. I'll put a 10-cent trailing stop in it, I think. See if it pulls back. Then fine, I'll get stopped out probably. But if it continues, I'm going to add to the position, and hopefully we get the break of $5 today. So what I'm a little bit nervous of here right now is we went up to a high of 458 yesterday. That was the high of session yesterday. We're currently at 458, and that's where the halt was. So if it gaps up, fine, we broke that ceiling. We do have the $5 ceiling slightly ahead as well, and that's 5 and 550 are key levels. I'm just looking at the daily, so 5 and 550 are key levels on this one. But it's great. Remember, Alistair. Well, this is the whole point why you put a stop in place. You know, you can get extremely volatile. And now with 20 cents is the ATR here, so it's showing signs of volatility. CrowdStrike is back up to 120. I called that out yesterday. It could have been a good swing trade, actually. So CrowdStrike is back up to 120. So we're a minute away from resumption in top shipping. What else have we got? Pacifico halted. Veritone. I mean, think about that for a second, guys. If you 2K a day, that's $500,000 a year. That's really good income. So we've got approximately 10 seconds-ish. Resumption at 480 is what it's looking like. Should resume any time now. Oh, not. Then it's a 10-minute halt. Okay, well, let's look for something else to trade while we're at it. CrowdStrike. It's a little bit extended up here. What's the spreads? CrowdStrike, 25 cents on the spread. It's a bit riskier. Let's have a look at Meta for you. You can take a look. Yeah, so it's moving up. A lot of these stocks moving up. So Meta's up at 120. Hard to believe that Meta was down under 100 not too, it's like less than 90 just the early part of last month after poor earnings in October. It's back up at 120 now. There's still a gap to fill. So two more dollars. Meta gap to 122.50. We've still got another $2 to go to fill that gap. Yep, so we've got a little bit of volatility coming back into the market, it seems. What did Ramed do? That's looks like it's selling off now. So Jewel is an IPO today, not started trading yet. Probably be 10 o'clock before that trades, I think. Let's have a look at Baba selling off, Alibaba. So that the rest of the Chinese stocks are going to be following suit with that. XPEV, NEO, Li Autos, Bilibili, etc., etc. A lot of those are just going to sell off. The S&P 500 below the VWAP right now. Just got 2 minutes on this trade. Okay. When did it halt? We've got 2 minutes still. A bit of jazz while we're waiting. Pinduoduo. I've not traded that one for a while. That's moving up nicely. It's gone green on the day. Alibaba. I was just looking at Alibaba selling off, but now Alibaba's gone green on the day. Look at this. Well, Alibaba's not gone green on the day, but it's testing the pre-market resistance levels, breaking the opening range. High. So, volatile. Very choppy. Be careful, guys. So we've got a minute left. Absolutely. Oh, it was. That was the intermission music. We've got about 20 seconds to the resumption. I'm not trading other things at the same time. CrowdStrike, I was going to trade it. I wish I hadn't now because it had a little pullback and it's just moved up another $1. So CrowdStrike could be my next target if it's still motoring. Looking very strong. Oh, I've got stop type. Okay. Very volatile. Pull back. Now we're looking for the retest. New highs. Current high is 508. So we're looking for 510 or better. $1,600 up at the moment. Not far behind you there, Alistair. Sweaty hands opening music, yeah. So I'm not far behind you there, Alistair. Another $400 will get me level with you. Not that it's a competition, I'm just extremely competitive, that's all. Nice. Oh, flip jug. Alistair told me he did make 2K. Now you've done 3.8. Now I've got to do 4K at least. Not that I'm competitive at all. In duo spiking up. Resistance here at $5. There's quite a lot of sellers here at $5. Whole dollar level. But once it re-breaks $5, I think we could be in business again. Alibaba testing those highs up at 85.50s. CrowdStrike kind of pulling back a little bit. What else is moving? I don't like Alibaba right now. And CrowdStrike for that matter, but I like Alibaba. This can break new highs up at 85.70. I'll be interested. Bit of a kind of a cup and handle maybe there. Put in it. Right, 72. Let's see. Can we get up? Can we get at least 10 cents on this? Are we gonna get? Right, okay. We've put a 10-cent trailing stop in place there, Nick. 2,500 shares. I'll leave that, and I'll go back to tops. That pullback filled the gap. That's what I was waiting for. The gap filled there. If this gets back over $5, might be interesting. Let's have a look at CrowdStrike. Oh, it just got filled. We just got stopped on stopped out on Alibaba. So maybe a 10-cent stop wasn't exactly worthwhile. So I'm ahead of you now, Alistair. I'm coming for you, Flipjug. $0.10. Now I'm looking for more. Yeah. Okay. A bit of a pullback. Nice one, Alistair. Good to see that you're making gains. And tops. I don't know about always win. Everybody wins. If we're making money, everybody wins. That's the whole point. Everybody's making money, everybody wins. The bounce, nice bounce on the VWAP bounce on tops. CrowdStrike breaking highs, looking very juicy. 25-cent spreads though, that's the problem with this one. Trying to get filled here. There we go. Over 124. Get green, stay green, Alistair. Get to goal and get out. Absolutely, 100%. I wouldn't say tops is washing out. I'd say it's consolidating. The difference. Go. What's the high? 28, 128. We're not going to hit the halt levels here. That's for sure. 124 and hold. There we go. There's 124. And the spread's not being kind right now. Why am I not getting filled? Partial filled. All right, okay. That's fine. I didn't want to sell. I wanted to buy. That's okay. I'll buy back in at same level. I didn't want to sell that. I mustn't have been pressing my control key when I pressed the number button. So yeah, good man, Alistair. Good man. So the high of this one is 123.22. Road strike. And XPED just sold off. SPY making new highs. Alibaba did a bit of a consolidatory pullback down to 86. Now trying to come back. Might get a bounce on tops. It's down at the VWAP right now, 460s. I'm looking for 50 cents here. Let's get over that 124 level. New highs. Right, 124. We're caught 124 between the spreads at the minute. Looking for 124 on the bid. Almost didn't get filled then. We'll lock that in. 2,800. So what a loss I've just made back. So, and then some. Yeah, well, on tops, if I'm looking at tops, really you want to be waiting for it to break $5 again. It's bouncing on. You might look for the next candle to make a new high, maybe the 2 minute on the 2 minute time frame. But $5, it's going to run into resistance at $5. So I would say $5. If it breaks $5, it could be back in business. But right now, anything less, it's going to struggle up at $5. So that's for tops, flip jug. Splunk. Let's have a look at Splunk. Might well be. I like Splunk as a company. Up at 88. Yes, it's exhibiting some similar patterns. I wouldn't say it's up at 14%, having a nice good run. Is there a catalyst on Splunk? That's a good question. Is it just sector strength, or is there an actual catalyst? It's looking a bit extended, a little bit exhausted up there with the size of the candles and the wicks both ways. So just be careful. Up at 88.75, 88.50. Current high of day is 88.62. Just be careful up there. Splunk shares are trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q3 results. Okay. It does have a catalyst. Nice. Q3, I didn't even... I looked at the earnings. I didn't see this on the earnings. I probably did, but it didn't register with me. So, Baba. Come on, Baba. Give us some more money. What am I doing going in so big? You idiot, Tony. Well, that's okay. looking for 10 cents, so looking for 80. There we go. Let's put a 10-cent trailing stop in place. And away we go for 2,500 shares. Why not? I'm being very cautious. First day of the month, I'm being very cautious. We're up over 87 now on Alibaba. $87. $87 and counting. Locked in some more. Okay, so $1,200 on Alibaba in total. We're $1,300 away, just over $1,300 away from today's daily goal. Alibaba's looking very strong. AMC, I'll take a look at AMC whilst I'm not in a trade for you. Come back to Alibaba in a moment. AMC looking nice, looking nice. It's just only, it's up 4% on the day, but it's at 750s. And go apes. It's been consolidating sideways since mid-November. Not really doing much. But yeah, AMC seems to be having a good day. So there you go, CMD. Happy days. Let's go back to Alibaba. That was working for me. Let's have a look at Ahmed tops. Ooh, this. Hang on a minute. I'm going to have to. Sorry, but I'm just going to have to draw this trend line here. It'll be interesting. Horizontal, I want that. 450. This typically breaks down. It's a descending wedge into a flat bottom. It typically breaks downwards. I'm just kind of looking at this now. I thought maybe we were getting a flag, but this was giving me the impression of a flag, but it came down here, so it's yeah, probably not. We'll see. Don't trust it, but we'll see. Pinduoduo breaking highs. Nice. Well, that Chinese sector's got, this is sector strength. It's Pinduoduo, Alibaba, Neo, all of these Chinese stocks are moving up on sector strength rather than individual catalyst. And this is down to those the relaxing of COVID restrictions in that sector in China. So a lot of these. I'm a bit shame about Ahmed. It's going to spoil it's spoiling my chart right now. It's the only red on my chart, so we'll see. Spent plenty of time. What time are we on? We're not. Well, feel like we've been trading for an hour. It's only half an hour. Okay, we've got plenty of time, guys. We've got plenty of time. We need another just over $1,300 for gold. Not feeling tops just yet. I need to see tops over $5 for me, but we'll see. Alibaba. We're consolidating up there now. high of day, currently 87.23, and we're breaking highs. Alibaba now looking strong. At 19. Where's the music? Does TradingView incorporate with Dash Trader to give you that layout, or is it solely? No, this is just Dash. This is a total Dash setup. So TradingView is completely different platform. Tops is looking, it's looking okay. I did say it needs to get back over $5 for me. Alibaba's pulling back a little bit here, so I'm just going to have to get out. Get green, stay green, as they say. And it's getting a bit of support at 87, but I need this over 87.50 really. I want to see this go green on the day. I want to see Alibaba go green on the day. Looking at the 5 minute, and I've got the up wicks there that I didn't even pay mind to. I'm just watching the 1 minute on Alibaba, and I should have been paying mind to the up wicks. Yeah, Pinduoduo. I saw Pinduoduo running hard. Similar price to Alibaba, so I thought I'd stick with Baba rather than just chasing the momentum all over the market. This is getting a bit of resistance up there at 820, 87.20. Get out. I'll stay green. Oh no, I need 2K instead of the. I'll check it for you. So this is wearable devices. And I'm checking it for Nero. Wearable devices, 82 cents. It's not doing anything. There's nobody trading it. There's no volatility. There's no volume. It's just going nowhere. It's up 30%, but it's not doing anything. We've got a little bit of ascending support there, flat top. This typically breaks upwards. So the break of 86, break of 85, 86, you might get maybe 5-6 cents move there, but you've got the ascending support, higher lows, and then into a flat top. But there's just nobody trading it. It's just 171,000 shares traded today. It's very low volume, and I stay away from these penny stocks anyway. There we go. Tops, I did say over $5, and it's back in business. for 530 here. 5-day currently is 525. Top shipping. Always the case, when you get the greediest, it goes against you. So I took 10,000 shares there. It's okay. It's getting bought back up, it looks like. So I'm just going to buy a dip twice. Looking for that whole dollar support. Back up to 520. Be nice. Take that extra 5,000 off. $5,000 shares in there. Thought it was pulling back then, but let's see. We'll hold this 5K. I'm gonna put the 15. Put a 10-cent trailing stop for this 5,000 shares. See where it takes us. We need $1,400 for gold. So if we get to the half dollar here, 550, we're pretty much done. Well, we're not far off. 4,400, nearly 4,500. So we're a little over $500, and we're able to pack it up for the day. We're getting there. We're very close. Very close to. And if you're not using stops, why aren't you using stops? I mean, I know some people say they've got a mental stop, but I like trailing stops. It just gives you a little bit of extra discipline, it forces you to take profits. But if you're not using trailing stops, static stops are equally as good if you're able to move them in, during the trade. But use stops. It's going to save you a lot of money. Waiting for now for the break of the half dollar. I didn't want that. Get rid of that. Okay, so we've got 550 there. Looking for 560. Green hammer. No. There's the doji. Want to see the break of the half dollar. That's where I'm actually at. There we go. Looking for 560. Looking for 10 cents on this move. I see 10 cents. There's 560 on the ask. There we go. We'll lock half of that in. Right. And put a 10-cent trailing stop for the rest. Looks like I'm over goal. Yes. Which platform am I using? Am I on? This is Dash Trader Nitro. This is Dash Trader. There's a link in my link tree. If you want to go and check it out, you can try it out for yourself. But brokers that use it, the likes of Speed Trader, Capital Markets, Interactive Brokers. There's a whole bunch of traders, brokers that you can link it to, or they will have their own OEM version of Dash Trade. It's a very popular trading platform amongst day traders. So that's me over goal on the day. Nice one. So get green, stay green. Get to goal, get out. That's my mantra. So I'm over goal, I'm getting out. Well, for now at least. And I will see if anything goes parabolic, like tops went parabolic yesterday, and I got in and started trading again. And once I've got that cushion, I feel comfortable doing some more trading, which I did later for Power Hour. That reminds me, guys, Power Hour tonight. Do you want the Power Hour stream or not? There's no football for. There's some interesting football today, but there's no football for England, so that's not till Sunday. So do you want a Power Hour stream? Let me know. Comment Power Hour in the comments if you want me to do a Power Hour stream. If there's more than 10 comments saying Power Hour, then I will do a Power Hour stream tonight. So Power Hour is the last hour of the open market. Enjoy it, Flip Jug. Enjoy it. So if you want Power Hour, just comment Power Hour in the comments, and if there's more than 10 comments saying Power Hour, I will do a Power Hour stream. It's the last hour of the market. If you're not familiar with what Power Hour is, it's from my time, it's 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. In market time terminology, it's from 3 till 4. It tends to be the second most voluminous period of the market. You've got the opening hour, which is 9:30 till 10:30. That's when the most volume of the market. It tends to be more volatile. It's the most volatile period of the day. Second to that comes the last hour of the market. You get a lot more volume in the last hour, and you get the first hour and the last hour. Those are the two most volatile periods of the market intraday. Now, that's not saying that you can't get volatile periods in the day when there's a catalyst like yesterday from 1 p.m. pretty much until the close. We had the catalyst of Jerome Powell talking about Fed interest rates and lightening the hikes. And that just sent the market into a frenzy. We got a lot more volatility. The volume didn't increase too much, but we got a lot more volatility. The market started to move up. Now you can get intraday catalysts that happen pretty much throughout the day, which is why I like to look around lunchtime, around 12, 1 o'clock market time, because you get news drops that can impact that, and then you can get parabolic movers from there. Right now, looks like tops. We just got the top of tops by the looks of it. So that'll do. I'm going to have to sort out this for the recap. So another day ahead of. So let's have a look. How many did we get? So we've got Alistair and Flip Jug on the PISS. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 power hours. 8 power hours. So let's have a look. I'll call that 10 power hours. If we get two more people interested in power hour, I'll come back for tonight. But so far it's 8 people. User, what's my opinion on Mullen Automotive? Okay, so on the news for Mullen Automotive, I mentioned this earlier, and quite frankly, it makes no difference. I still think it's a garbage company. So those of you wondering what I'm talking about, I'll put Mullen up on the charts here. It's a penny stock. Okay, so it moved up to 25 cents, and yeah. Big woo. So the news on Mullen Automotive is that they announced that they closed the acquisition of Electric Last Mile Solutions assets. That's the there's a plant in Mishawaka, Indiana, I think it is, and then all the intellectual property related to that. The fact they've actually acquired another company doesn't make them profitable. The fact that they've acquired another company does not give them the ability to deliver their cars. Don't get me wrong, they've got some nice looking cars, but they're not delivering them, for one. They're missing the delivery deadlines. They don't have the balance sheet to compete with the big boys. And even Tesla's now struggling to compete with the big boys. Tesla had the market drop on everybody, so they had that market lead advantage. But I can't see where Mullen goes. I really can't. Long term, I think the lender either get acquired or go out of business because he just won't be able to compete with the big boys. Short term, it's not volatile enough. It's too far down the spectrum. The float's too big, the price is too low, and it's just not volatile enough to trade intraday. I think you can make better use of your equity trading something else than the Mullen Automotive. That's my opinion on Mullen Automotive. I just think it's a garbage company. Not that it does garbage, it's an EV company, but I would not waste my money on it, either intraday, swing trading, or even long term. I just think there's better products, better companies, better stock to put your equity into. That's just me on Mullen. And it's a social media darling for some strange reason. The Reddit, Wall Street Bets Reddit crowd love this stock. And I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. The fundamentals are awful. It's making no money whatsoever. It's losing money hand over fist. And as I say, it's promised much. But if you look at this on the daily, for example, and I'll zoom out, you can see it's just constantly losing money. Look at this. It was up at $6 at the beginning of the year. It's now less than 20 cents. You know why people are trying to pump this on Wall Street Bets? They're holding bags up at like $4 and $5. That's why. What happened is it started selling off, and people got out. Then it moved up and did this dead cat bounce, and they're, oh, it's going now. $3. Let's buy into it. $4, $5, and it then sold off again, and it's down at 20 cents a share. And we're talking about a float of like 500 million shares. There's like 500 million shares in the float. So no amount of pumping this on Wall Street Bets is going to move the needle. The only thing going to move the needle is any kind of fundamental or significant catalyst. So the best thing that they could do in the first instance is do a reverse stock split, get it to a decent level, maybe $20 a share. So what we're talking about here is 20 cents right now. So maybe 100-to-1 reverse split, get it to $20 a share. It would be a lot better. That way, people that are trading it can actually get value for money, and it can move better. You get more, you get better movement from it. You wouldn't have that 500 million float. You'd be 5 million as opposed to 500 million, which makes it a low float stock, and it makes it a lot better, more appealing to trading for a retail trader like me. But look, if you're into Mullen Motors and you're holding bags, good luck to you. If you like it, if you think it's a great company long term, good luck to you. You ask me for my thoughts and my opinion. That's all it is. It's not financial advice. I'm just a fat bloke on the internet. What do I know? Okay, you asked me for my opinion, and that's my opinion. Have we got any parabolic movers? No. That's pretty much it now. I think we're done for the day. Take the dog for a walk and have done with it. So another $5,000 day, another day over goal. That's happy days. I'll be back for Power Hour, I guess. Let's do this first. What's happened? Okay, let's do this first. And where are we? Where's my... Where's my link tree? Here it is. Okay, let's do this. At the end of the day, I like to do this because, well, quite frankly, it gives you guys the ability to ask me the questions. So if you go into my link tree, so if you're watching on YouTube, these links are in the description on this live session. In fact, they're in the description of all my videos, so you can check this out. If you're on Twitch, check out, just follow the link that's listed there. Link tree, the TikTok trader. Same thing if you're on TikTok or Twitter. TikTok, you can actually go into my profile and this link is listed. You can press through and it brings you straight through. Now, if you want to reach out to me directly, my email is here. It's Tony at Hustle. hustlewith-tony.com. So Tony at hustlewithtony.com, separated by hyphens. So if you want to do that, or you just click this email link here and it'll bring up my email address. You can DM me on Twitter or Instagram. I'm happy to answer any questions you've got directly. Just reach out to me directly. If you've not already, go and get your Hustle with Tony hoodies and t-shirts and whatever the coffee mug that you trade with Tony and stuff like that. The mouse mat with the beautiful and cute Miyako on the front of it with her blue tongue or purple tongue, whatever you want to do. So check out the merch store. If you want to learn how to trade, you want me to teach you and mentor you how to trade, then I'm happy to do that. Come join the Day Trade with Tony community. What I mean by that is you pay for the course, you get access to the Discord. It's a private Discord that only Day Trade with currently only Day Trade with Tony students are accessing it, and alumni. So people have taken the course and are now trading, active traders. Got a whole trading room there. Active. This is the course. You get full access to this syllabus here. So introduction to trading. So it's an hour's lecture. Risk management. Number one principle of profitable trading is risk management. Stock selection. What I'm looking for when I'm trading stocks. Charts. How to set up your charts. Understand them. Trading views a good place to start and practice with, but you need to know what you're looking for as well. Chart patterns. Well, what are you looking for in terms of entry signals, exit signals, etc., etc. Chart strategies, intraday trading strategies. So again, that's another thing that you want to be looking for. Stock scanning. The whole thing, I talk about Benzinga, and I'll go into Benzinga a little bit more in more detail. So stock scanning, how to find stocks to trade, how to find moving stocks before they've actually completed the move. My problem before I found Benzinga was I'd jump in a stock at the top of the move and then it would reverse on me. It was too late. It had already moved. So how do you find stocks as they're about to move or as they're moving? Trade management and psychological games. So this is what I was talking about earlier, about FOMO, about greed, about fear, how not to give in to those kind of emotions, how to manage your trades, how to have a trade plan, and how to stick to it and just be disciplined. Level 2 and hotkeys. So this might be getting a little bit more technical now. So the majority of the course is very much lay terms and lay speak. By the time you get to chapter 9, you're going to know what level 2 is. You're going to know about hotkeys, hot buttons. You're going to know what all and how to set them up and how to use them in your trading. Of course, having a business plan and trading as a business is really important. If you're going to you want to know about, you're going to have to get yourself an accountant. From a tax point of view, it's different from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. I can answer questions from an island point of view, and I know a little bit of the UK tax system, having lived there for a long while. But it's always good to get an accountant, a certified accountant from wherever you are in your jurisdiction. What's tax law in Ireland isn't what's tax law in the UK. What's tax law in the UK isn't what's tax law in Canada, and what's tax law in Canada isn't what's tax law in the US. And the tax law varies from state to state across the US as well. So get a CPA. There's generic rules across the board, but get a CPA and they'll be able to advise you from a tax point of view. Advanced technical indicators, Bollinger Bands, relative strength index, MACD, etc., etc. An introduction to options trading, and of course a bonus swing trading course as well. So get on that, $120 a month plus tax, and I'll mentor you in the Discord. You can get support from me and the rest of the community in the Discord. That's if you want to learn how to trade. If you're already a trader but you're struggling to find stocks to trade, get on Benzinga. Mentioned it there. There's a whole section in the course about Benzinga. Not just Benzinga, any kind of scanning system, whether it be Trade Ideas, FinViz, Fintel. But I use Benzinga and I recommend Benzinga. And if you want to know what Benzinga is, and this is what Benzinga looks like for me on a daily basis. So I've got my gap scanners, I've got my momentum scanners, I've got my surging scanners, I've got my signals and alerts here. I've got my rolling news ticker here. This is what I've got Benzinga to set up like. Of course, you can get a lot more out of it. You've got insider trading. So when you get insiders like CEOs and CFOs taking big chunks of shares, it's usually a bullish signal. You get that. You can do charting. You've got calendar alerts, which is something that I use. I'm posting the earnings calendar, IPO calendar in the Discord every day, every morning. So that's another thing. But this is Benzinga. So check that out. Check it out for free. Benzinga, you can get a free trial for 14 days. And I swear it's worth its weight in gold. And I'm sure a few other people will be will testify to that as well, that have taken the course, and how important Benzinga actually is and how useful it actually is. Not saying you have to use Benzinga. You can use a competing platform. Trade ID has been mentioned. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's also good. Bloomberg's very expensive, but probably the best out there. Then you've got free tools like FinViz, Fintel, Yahoo Finance. Again, something like that could be of interest to you as well. TraderView. Log your trades. If you're not logging your trades, how do you expect to improve? Now, it might just be on an Excel spreadsheet as a minimum. Log your trades, or a bit of paper that you're writing it down, so you can actually see where you got in, and then you go back to the chart and review it. You need to be logging your trades. What does TraderView look like? So let's have a look at TraderView. My TraderView. So this is my TraderView reports. Right now, put it on the calendar, and I'll put November in there so we can see. So we can see November, because this is the 1st of December, so I've got 5,000 to add to this, but this is where we finished on November yesterday. Okay, so we got 11,000 yesterday. We finished this session, this part, before I took the dog for a while, had my break. We were about a similar month period as we are right now, just over $5,000 up. We were over goal, but then Powell started speaking. We had one of the traders in the day trade with Tony Discord mentioned tops was moving up. I saw it was moving up. It was set up perfectly as it was for a little pullback and a move up. So I got in and I rode that up yesterday, and that's another thing that happens, because we've got multiple eyes on the market. We see a lot more moves than just if you're trying to do it on your own as well, which helps. So where are we on the reports? Let's have a look. Detailed reports. So this is something that I would say is worthwhile. It tells you what you're doing. You've got the ratios, the risk reward, profit factors, all this kind of stuff that once you get into this, you can look into it a little bit more. Trade accuracy for me is about 2 to 1, which is what's known as the golden ratio. In November, it was a little bit off in terms of my risk reward. As you can see here, 1.96. 2 or better is considered, from a risk reward point of view, 2 or better is considered good. 1.96. So I managed to pull it around. I was down about 89.89 at one stage. Still profitable, but the risk reward was all over the place. Finished pretty much on 2, so which is what it was not bad, if you will. But yeah, so 260 versus 150, so not too far off. A lot of these statistics, you can actually look at win-loss, market behavior, days and times. You can look at which days are actually performing for you. So if I just look at this across the course of the year, for example, we can take this and we can say, okay, which days are performing for you? Fridays, for whatever reason this year, have been my best performing day of the week across the whole year. We can look at the times of day that's most profitable. So 10 till 11 is most profitable for me across the whole year. You can see that. Which months have worked out for me. So we had a really good period in the summer there between June, July and August. We were at like 150k months, well, 160k months actually. We had a good month last month, back over goal. Just missed out on October. May was a bad month, but we're on track. So it's really good to see what it is that, and you can see what in terms of intraday duration, how long you're holding. You can go really into detail on the statistics on this. So TraderView is really interesting and very useful. If you're not using, and if you sat, by the way, if you're on the Day Trade with Tony course as well and you're using TraderView, don't forget to add me as a mentor so that you can actually let me know in the Discord when you've when there's a trade that you want me to take a look at and discuss with you. So we can actually look at the trades together and review the trades together. Okay, anything else? Someone asking me what platform I use is Dash Trader. That's the platform I use to trade on. Some people asking me, is there a charting platform for free for beginners? TradingView. It's arguably the best platform out there for beginners traders for sure, but it's one of the best platforms, full stop. As you get more accomplished, you might want to subscribe and they get live data. The data is delayed if you're using it for free. There's even a paper trading account, for free paper trading account for you to practice on in TradingView as well. There's a tutorial in my day trading tutorials in my profile or in the playlist as well on how to access that free paper trading account on TradingView. If you're just starting off and you want to practice in a free paper trading account, TradingView is a great charting platform, but it's a good place to start. Okay, I think with all that said, it's time for me to wrap up and call it a day. So. Yeah, let's go back to the actual stream itself, and so we finish on 5,000. Good start to December, and if we hit 5,000 or better every day on average for December, we'll be finished by the 20th. We'll be over goal by the 20th. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there. I'll be back for Power Hour later. So if you can't make Power Hour, a few of you going having a social evening. If you can't make Power Hour, I'll be back at it 90 minutes before the market opens tomorrow as well. So join me either tonight for Power Hour or tomorrow 90 minutes before the market opens. See you then, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to take the dog for a walk now.